Hey there, how you doing? It's Jason. It is the Saturday after Christmas, and I'm actually in my neighborhood. In Kansas City here, we have gotten a blizzard, literally, that started on Christmas Eve. We got 12 inches of snow. It's still snowing, as you can probably see. I don't know how well the video is. And, most of you all know, if you're paying attention, that I exited the contracting business this year, and I'm focusing completely on business consulting, both in and out of the green industry. And one of the interesting things is that being a former landscape contractor and having a fairly significant snow removal operation over the years, it's been a little bit weird to have the kind of the biggest storm that I've ever experienced. I was telling some friends at breakfast this morning that I did snow for 12 or 13 years and never had a storm this big. And, one of the things that I want to talk about as I'm walking down my street is we used to maintain this church that's right across the street from my house. We used to do the snow there and actually did some landscaping way back in the day when the church originally bought it from the school district and converted it from an elementary school over into a church. And so there's a new snow removal contractor that's taking care of this property this year. And this is just one of those things that I think that as contractors we can pay attention to as we're providing service for our customers. And as I'm walking, I'm going to tell you a story. So a couple blocks away, as I was driving home from breakfast this morning, I saw a guy had put a real estate sign out in his front yard and it said, "Plow this driveway, $40." This is the same guy, ironically, that always is trying to sell his Chiefs season tickets and his Royals season tickets with the same sign. Chiefs tickets for tomorrow, $40. At any rate, you can see this property has a complex way to plow it. You've got the dumpsters over there. Sorry for the wind. But one of the major challenges is this is you can see the cars driving by up there. This is a decently busy street. And I don't mean to be overly critical of this contractor, but I think that we all have something to learn. That our job as snow removal contractors is not to just plow the parking lot that we've been contracted for, but to make it safe to get in and out of that parking lot. And sometimes that means that you've got to plow part of the road. And you can see, I don't know if you can see, this contractor just plowed the parking lot. And, I don't have a four-wheel drive vehicle anymore. I got stuck here 10 minutes ago. Had to come in from the other side of my neighborhood, which wasn't a big deal. And that's because the contractor just plowed through this drive lane, which you'll see here in just a second. Just plowed through this drive lane. Did a great job plowing the parking lot. You can see, of course, we've got another inch of snow since last night. But just plowed all the snow here, but did not address this area here. You can see, if I come here and I try to dig my foot down into, there's 8 inches of snow that with another 2 or 3 minutes of their time, they could have plowed that forward and then plowed it this direction. Of course, when we were plowing, there was a different neighbor here and they got really upset when we put snow in their street. But, it's interesting because tomorrow morning for church, if our side street here doesn't get plowed, there's going to be people that are going to have a tough time getting in and out of the church just simply because of the way that the contractor plowed the snow. So just something that we learned specifically about this property was that, there's not a lot of places you can put the snow. The dumpster's there. It's a relatively small parking lot. There's a huge parking lot in back that direction. But it's interesting to me that sometimes we get so single-minded. And I understand snow is such an at-the-moment business. You have hours to get a lot of work done. People are tired. Equipment goes down. It's horrible, horrible weather outside. It's freezing right now. It's probably 15 degrees outside. And we've gotten 12 inches of snow in the past 2.5 days. So, at any rate, I think that it's a lesson that we can be learned that when we're doing snow business, there's a responsibility outside of just the parking lot, and that's to make the ingress and the egress of the parking lot safe and appropriate as well, and you do a good service to the neighbors around you.